Thank you.
Power pack.
I'll show you the picture. I took a picture to send it to my son. It's such an old one, but I don't want to get.
Hi there. Mike.
So this is the string kind.
Okay.
This is a recovery.
So my apologies on the delay. You know, we had the meeting room booked out from 1 to 5, and we decided to leverage it for a Democratic Club meeting. So I think I'm going to get beaten up for that. You know, political meeting here, but it worked out well. So thank you. We are running a few minutes late, but what happened?
I just discovered this. I just discovered this.
But so agenda today. You know, thank you all for being here. And what we'll do today is we'll just walk through. Give you a little status in terms of what we have been up to, and come on in. Hi. So, you know, we'll give you a little status of what we have been up to over the last year, and then we'll, the objective today is to sort of plan out this year, you know, what are our activities, missions, objectives, you know, what are causes we would like to support. That is the predominant purpose of our meeting today, but we'll also give you a little historical recap, you know, and Seema has been telling me I've been sending too many emails with that historical recap.
Second the motion.
Second the motion.
Yes, there are a lot of people to second that. But that's our, you know, opportunity for a little visibility with the foundation, because it's all about getting everybody involved, and that's the only way we can move this forward. Because if there are 10 people, then it sort of doesn't quite work out. So I think it should be coming up any minute now. I don't know why it turned off. So, you know, from a vision statement, you know, what we have is our vision is to care for all and encourage the community spirit. I mean, that's really, I mean, continuing Susie's work, you know, because Susie had a lot of compassion. When she was running for elections, she would be more interested in the other candidate, and would be like, Susie, do you want to win or you want to lose? You know what I mean? So Susie had a lot of compassion for others, and that's really what we are trying to do with our foundation. You know, we are trying to care for others within the community who may not get that care that they deserve, and just trying to do some good within the community. So that's what we would like. Why is it turning off?
It turned itself off.
Is it too hot or something? Give it a rest for a few minutes. Okay, mission statement. So, you know, predominantly it is caring, you know, reaching out within our community and caring for one and all. You know, what we do is we do food drives, blood drives. That's really what we had as some of the activities as a starting point. And then the community spirit, because one big theme of our work is to bring the community together, unify the community. And that's why we started the open mic in Saratoga downtown. And it was serving a lot of different purposes, because when you started the open mic, we didn't realize that, but it was actually bringing everyone together, all factions of society within Saratoga's changing demographics. And secondly, it was also helping out our village businesses. Susie was big into that. So we were about helping the village businesses by having our folks, because people were coming from Danville, from Belmont, from Fremont, to come to these open mic events. And then they would obviously go out there and spend their money, whether it was eating or dining or whatever, right? So this is how we were trying to help the businesses. And thirdly, it's about kids, caring for the kids, right? Because they got an opportunity to showcase their talent, and I've seen them grow better and better over the last few months. They start with the first time they are there, they're a little bit shy, and the fourth or fifth time, they are ready to kill the stage. I mean, they get so confident. So it's been a treat to watch that. And cultural assimilation, because it's all about the changing demographics. We want to make sure that everybody in our community is engaged and connected as we create all these different activities, whether it's creating Diwali. We did a Diwali event earlier last year. And when we did that, we said you know, every Indian family should bring one of the neighbors, because we want everybody to understand what Diwali is about. It's not us celebrating something in a silo. but trying to get the whole community involved, and we made it free. I mean, the Saratoga Cares Foundation took a big risk. We said, let's make it free. Fortunately, we got some sponsorship dollars. We didn't go in the red with that, but it was actually a good way to get everybody in the community involved. So our values, one unified community, commitment to integrity, commitment to ethics, dedication to our community's success, and leadership and consensus building. So it's all there on our website. If you hit the mission statement, you'll go down to our values and mission, and all these different things are there, because that's how we are defining ourselves as an organization. Trying to do all the right things within the community, and that's how we define our activities on that basis. So let's see if this can turn on one more time. So board members, we have Brian Safin right here from here. Brian is the vice principal at Saratoga High School, we all know that. And Maya Baba, and when I first moved into Saratoga, my kids were getting ready to go to Argonaut, and then we see this name Maya Baba, who was the PTA president. That was our first introduction to Maya. A phenomenal community worker within Saratoga. We are so happy to have her. And then we also have Kathleen King, who's the two-time former mayor of Saratoga, and Amit Nagpal, who's not here today, and then myself. So we are 5 of us on the board. And then we also have, okay, this one is gone, so I don't know what happened. So you see off here, that's right. There you go. Lose connection. Okay. So current status, interestingly, this is our 4th general body meeting, because we started back in 2010, 2011, 2012, and this is 4th. And it doesn't seem like that. It seems like we have just been around for a few months. And then we are obviously a registered nonprofit. We filed paper with IRS. It came back last year. We went through the approval process. And we also have I wanted to draw attention to our amazing person from our community. Please, let's have you introduce yourself. You.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh, hi, I'm Zoe Alameda. I own Alameda Family Funeral Home here in Saratoga.
And Zoe does a lot of good things for our community with the food truck drive.
We're redoing that again this year, and this is the first time I've heard of your foundation. So I wanted to see, so is this something that we could raise money for with the food truck event?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, okay, good. Because we had you down, but then I'm like, well, is he just a regular foundation? Are you collecting money, or are you just giving money out?
We are collecting and giving.
Okay,
so
good.
What we do is we essentially do fundraisers. We pull in money, and then we give it out, and we'll talk about all the different causes that we support. So thank you for joining us, Zoe. Why don't we do a round of introductions? I missed that. Let's start. I'm Rishi, that's Seema, my wife.
My name is Ranjan. We just moved to Saratoga recently.
Raji.
Anjali. Zoe Alameda.
Vatsala Vishwanathan.
Mona Chakravarti.
Anita Arun.
Ranjana Shivram.
Sam Narasimhan.
Pragati Grover.
I'm Brian.
Maya.
Thank you. And that was Brian and Maya, one of our board members. And here is Foundation Advisors, actually, And I was having a meeting with Jim Bell, and we were talking about the foundation, and Jim said, I want to be an advisory board to your foundation. So Jim is very happy to be on our foundation. We also have Ro Khanna, who is a former, he was with the Obama administration. He was appointed by Obama. And he is potentially going to run for Congress right here in Silicon Valley. So he is also on our advisory board. We also have Ash Kalra, who is just here. And we also have Jill Hunter and Emily Lowe. They were council members last year, and this year, as it turns out, they are mayor and vice mayor. And they have been providing us their insights, feedback, ideas going forward. So officers, we have the board members, and our board members is actually up to 7. So right now we have 5, and the way it's defined, it can go up to 7, but we have only 5 so far. And we can potentially add 2 more. And then we have the executive committee, which is composed of officers of the corporation, like president, vice president. And so we haven't had a need to fill these roles up, but as we are evolving, as we are growing, we have filled a couple spots. So here is what we have. We have Secretary Ranjana Shivaram sitting right there. And in fact, Ranjana and we talked about this back in September, and we totally forgot about the whole thing. But Ranjana agreed to be a secretary, so she cannot deny that now. And then we have CFO, our CFO, swashbuckling CFO right there. And that's Ranjan Krishnamurthy. I mean, he's new to the community, but wanted to get involved, and we are very happy to have him because. And Maya and we just had a meeting with Ranjan a few days ago, and very happy to have Ranjan. And Raji is also, we have lots of different ideas for Raji as well, so would love to. And then Monisha Tope is, she lives out in Pleasanton, but she reached out, she said, I want to do something for your foundation. So she's going to be the correspondence secretary. So, like all these events we had Dandiya, we had Diwali, and we had the talent show. We haven't quite sent out thank you letters yet, So she is going to do that for us. Through our Gmail account, we have a Saratoga Cares at Gmail, so she's going to send out the thank you letters. And then she's also going to be the media person because she's going to create videos, take our videos that we are generating and create some highlight videos for us. She's really good at that kind of stuff. So it would be, with our annual talent competition coming up, we need some of that. We had a choice of spending $500, $600, but it looks like she might do it for free for us. So it's anything that we can save, it actually goes out to a good purpose if we can do that. So we have a few open positions, we can talk about that, and maybe we'll talk about it on the board meeting and see how things go. So how did SEF get here? The bottom line is there were lots of gyrations that we went through, a slow and arduous process. So it started at 6/2010 at Amit Nagpal's house. We had the first meeting. Jill Hunter was there, and lots of other community members. Maya was there, and Pragati was there probably too, I think. So we had lots of members from our community. We were about 12 of us. We started talking about, and then we had a general body meeting where we said, should we really have the foundation, or should we just continue working as a non-formalized body? And we put that to vote, and it turns out everybody wanted to formalize the thing, and that's how we filed paperwork to become a 501c3. And then in last year, we actually took our Saratoga's Got Talent. The open mic turned out to became an entertainment for the senior center. We talked to the senior center. They said, "Oh, we need some funds. Can you help us out?" So we said, "Let's do an annual competition for you guys." So we did it directly under the senior center last year, and as a result, they got about $18,000 from that. And then now it's become a regular fixture for our fundraiser. This year, we are not doing it directly under the senior center banner. We are doing it under our own nonprofit banner. But we have 3 or 4 different missions that we plan to support on that basis. So it's a roadmap, but we are here finally. And I had a little blast off thing in my picture, and Seema was like, "What are you talking? Blast off? What are you doing?" But that was representative of the fact that our nonprofit is beginning to take off. And well, we are not there yet, but so 2012 highlights. We talked about that. Saratoga's Got Talent fundraiser for SASSY. And that was June 22nd last year. Then Saratoga Dandiya, that my wife Seema runs for Saratoga, along with Aparna and Ramesh. And that was done at West Valley College Large Gym. And that, as a result of the funding that came through from that, the Saratoga Dandiya committee donated $10,000 to the Saratoga High School Foundation. And then we actually bought battery packs for the Saratoga Subacute Hospital to help kids who are under the care at the hospital to get mobile. Because they are sort of attached to their hospital bed. Now with that battery pack, they can go to a movie, they can go to and so we got word back from Demi at the Saratoga Subacute Hospital that they actually purchased that battery pack, and they have kids who are using it now. They transfer it back and forth between different kids. They want a few more battery packs, but it's expensive. So, after the talent show, maybe we can support. And then Brian has some idea, which is happening in February. We'll talk about that.
Rishi, sorry to interrupt. What is the battery pack power? What is it running to allow the kids to be mobile?
Oh,
Basically they use ventilators, things like that, so it powers the
Battery pack
ventilators.
powers the
Yes.
ventilator. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Good question. And apart from that, we have been doing these monthly open mics in Blue Rock Shoot. So we do the first Saturday of each month. We actually skipped a couple because we went a little bit haywire with all the other stuff we did with our talent show. So we skipped a couple, but we had about 10 events last year. The Sassy Entertainment, we referenced that. Mini competition, as part of our open mic, we also do mini competition that really, it's completely packed. I mean, people are standing in the hallways, people are standing in the patio outside when we do a mini competition. It just goes completely bonkers when we do that. So It takes up a little bit of time, so we haven't done that lately, the mini competition. So other events we supported, Saratoga Diwali. The Celebrate Saratoga, we actually had 7 hours of entertainment through the talent team in downtown Saratoga. So we didn't have a stage. We got a sponsor to get a stage for us. I mean, with the chamber. Saratoga Chamber of Commerce was running that event. And they said, why don't we just do it on the open lot in the Bank of America parking lot? And we said, no, why don't we get a stage? So we reached out to one of our sponsors who got a stage for us. And then all these teenagers, predominantly teenagers from Saratoga, they were performing for 7 hours. They got 10 to 15 minute slots. They were very excited about it, an opportunity to showcase their talent. And as the crowd came into Saratoga downtown, 7 hours, people were coming in, tens of thousands. They would go by our stage area, go do something else, come back. So it was actually some really good occasion to celebrate Saratoga and everything it offers. And then finally, we also did the Saratoga Holiday Tree Lighting and Wine Stroll. This was, they had a little snow machine on top of Blaney Plaza that was throwing snow, and we had these people singing and performing there. It was an absolute treat. So events for 2013. So this is really what we need to focus upon. And so firstly, we have the blood drive that Ranjana is sponsoring. Here's the blood drive flyer. And so it's set for Tuesday, February 12th, noon to 6 p.m. at the Saratoga Federated Church. So Ranjana, you want to talk about that?
This is the 3rd year in a row that we're running the blood drive. And we have obviously partnered with the American Red Cross because they have a very, very efficient system and they come to the community fairly often. Last time we did it together. I did it on Susie's birthday, and it was not. We did not affiliate with the church, but did it independently, and so we actually ran it out of the Bloodmobile. But then again, running it out of the Bloodmobile, we weren't able to get as many people on time, able to have as many people come and donate because of the space limitation. So this year again, we're partnering with the Saratoga Federated Church, which gives us a much larger area for the blood drive. So please, to spread the word and come on over. We'd like to make this one. Would like to keep making it get bigger and bigger every year as we go forward.
Thank you, Ranjana, for doing that. And as part of what we have done is we have purchased a license for Constant Contact. That was Kathleen King's recommendation. So we have a subscriber base of almost 1,500 people in there. So we have already sent out the email blast, and then we also have a Google group. And I don't remember how many we have on there. Not a whole lot, but our subscriber base on the Constant Contact is a lot more. So we'll probably send them out one more message in early February about the blood drive and about Brian's event. So I actually haven't gotten Brian's permission on this flyer yet because I did that last night. But this is a charity basketball fundraiser that Brian has conceived, and essentially it's a face-off between the staff at Saratoga High School and the Redwood Middle School. And the beneficiaries, we don't know if it's going to be Saratoga Cares, but it definitely is a Saratoga subacute hospital. Okay, so that's we'll be selling tickets. So the school obviously will be involved in publicizing it within the students, and I think the students will get a good kick out of it. I told my son in Redwood, and he was pretty excited that we'll get to see something like that. They are big into basketball anyway. And so that's February 27th. Brian, would you like to talk about that?
Sure, yeah. In a past life, I taught at Redwood. I was a teacher there for 8 years, and then the last 10 I've been an administrator at the high school. So I've noticed that there's a group of teachers at Saratoga that play basketball on a semi-regular basis, similarly at Redwood. So about a year ago, I was talking to Mr. Stephan, who's a teacher over there at Redwood, and he and I talked about getting these two groups to play, and it originally was theorized as something we could do recreationally, but as I've become more involved in this organization, we thought, let's make it a charity fundraiser rather than just something for the teachers to compete at, but let's try to bring the whole community in. So on February 27th, we're hoping to get as many people as possible in the Saratoga High gym to watch their teachers make complete fools out of themselves. If you've seen our varsity team play, we can't promise the same level of talent as our varsity girls or boys team, but I think it's going to be a fun way for the teachers to give back to the community, hopefully get a lot of kids and parents in to see their teachers playing and raise money, and yes, to both Saratoga Cares and the subacute hospital. And the last thing I would say, publicity-wise, in Saratoga High, starting this week, end of this week, we're really going to promote this with the students. So if you have students at the high school, your kids will start seeing video announcements on Friday when we do the news. The newspaper's going to do a story about it, there'll be announcements. And then the same at Redwood over the course of the next couple of weeks.
Right, how about the ticket sales? Is it going to be through?
Yeah, so both schools will sell them. We're going to start, I want to say, end of this week, start of the following week. At Saratoga, it's going to be $5 for students, $10 for adults, and they'll do the same selling over at Redwood. We just printed the tickets. They don't look terribly different than what Rishi just designed up here. So they're all on the right track.
Quick question, what about the elementary schools? And will you be selling tickets there?
Possibly when we thought of this event, the people who are most involved in the conversations were the Redwood teachers and art teachers. It's not meant to exclude a staff member who would work at the elementary level. I think promoting it there, I'd love to help with, because I know a lot of folks at the middle school.
I have a son in art and art, and they have these small clubs that they have started at lunchtime for basketball, football, and the kids have made their own clubs.
Okay.
And they're all into these games.
Uh-huh.
And I think it will be a good exposure for them if we sell tickets. And I know a lot of parents would love to bring the little ones.
That's fine. Yeah. Again, the original thought was, since the kids would enjoy seeing their teachers, we'll initially publicize the teachers or the families at Redwood and Saratoga High. But that makes sense too, because there is a lot of interest down there.
If we have a newsletter, it would be good to put it in there.
Would it be easy to send a flyer out to the group? Or?
Yeah.
If you send me the flyer, I can make sure it goes to the listserv for K to 8, and I'll be happy to take care of that for you. And I think buying the tickets, they can still come to the activities
Yes,
office.
just to advertise it in the school
Yeah.
so that they are aware of it.
Yeah.